So here we have our first match of this tournament. Glen Durrant, terrific player, world ranked #1 by the BDO, up against one of the true legends of the sport in Andy Fordham. Always immensely popular, and I'm sure a lot of people here today, and a decent crowd has turned up. The place is filling up, and a lot of them would love to see Andy Fordham roll back the years a little bit and really produce some of the form of which he used to be capable, and which there have been signs that he's starting to recapture. Glen Durrant, a proud Middlesbrough fan, dozer, BDO #1, 12 ranking titles to his name. How would you read this one, Chris? Fordham's going to have to really play out of his skin to win it, isn't he?
Yeah, has to start well. I have to say, I thought he was impressive in the Grand Slam last November. But there was a big gap in between that and when he last played on TV. He's had his well-documented health issues, so it's just good to see him back on that stage.
He is a lovely bloke, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's very, very popular wherever he goes.
As you've said, John, very popular, on and off the hockey.
Good first round match, this. That victory which Andy Fordham produced at the Grand Slam was a 5-3 victory over Wayne Jones. So here we go, our first match. And Fordham, well, I spoke to him early, and he was just underlining what you said, Chris. He was only too well aware that he had to get Durrant under pressure from an early stage in this match.
Well, he looks comfortable enough. Remember the last time I seen him play, he was really nervous, but still threw some very tidy darts. But this is going to be his problem. Big scorer, Durrant.
Had a terrific 2015, Durrant. Won the Denmark Masters this year and a runner-up in Wales as well. And he's been pleased with his form, but he needs to get over the line and win one of these big ones up here on the televised stage. He knows it, and he knows that he needs to get that monkey off his back.
Yeah, 7 ranking titles in 2015, including that fabulous win in the Women's World Masters.
Not too much fancy dress here at the moment. It was quite amusing during the World Championships, the Lakeside Championships here. Now that's a good throw from Durrant. We're talking about fancy dress, and there are all the Star Wars characters there, and I said, I'm a bit surprised that there's not been a Chewbacca here, and within seconds the old phone vibrates and there's the message, and it says, "I'm coming, Andy Fordham."
60.
Well, already nicked the throw as Durrant. 42 plus these in front.
First to 6. It's a quick format
96.
here. Can't afford to be slow out of the blocks. Fordham could do with a big hit here.
Incredible. Andy Fordham's World Masters win was back in 1999.
43.
You must know a fair bit about the fella.
Yeah, I played him on that stage.
I was going to say, shared a few moments.
Yeah, good and bad. Made my debut at the Lakeside in the World Championships and played Andy Fordham.
44.
Result?
I didn't do well. About as well as I do against him in an arm wrestle, I should imagine.
Yeah, he's a powerful looking boy, isn't he? Likes his boxing as well, does
Yes.
Andy? We have that in common.
140.
So let's see if he can put this away. 140.
Well, it needs one treble.
100.
Oh, sorry about that
You
one.
require 139.
Problem with one of the cameras.
All right, if you're not going to finish it, that's not a bad second prize to leave tops.
That's a lovely second dart
Yeah,
there.
treble
Just
10
checking
should
where
be
he's at.
Should be treble 10 to tidy it up. Oh, that's unlucky.
87.
So
Lady
tops then
require
for
40.
1-0 against the throw for Glen Durrant. Wrong side of the wire. Double 10. There it is. He's one
shot
up.
on the first leg. Glen Durrant. Second leg, Glen to throw first. Game on. 137.
Switch. Picks off the treble 19.
Heavy scorer always, Glenn Durrant.
This isn't a bad response.
He's been unlucky. He's kissing off the barrel, that third dart. I think the crowd will get on the Fordham side if he starts to roll a little.
Oh, a big chance.
17.
Break straight back. 140. Would give him a bit of daylight. Put the pressure on the Durrant throw.
He could have done with a treble there.
Usually, John, it's a sign of nerves, and you can see Andy's nervous. Everything goes under the 60. Where you're just using too much of your tricep, and you just pull the dart slightly. That's better. High in the 60. That's perfect for a 180.
137.
He's been handy on those treble 19s.
Got to the quarter-finals of this tournament last year, Glenn Durrant. It's more like it from Andy. Well, he's in there pitching, and that's the maximum he's looking for.
First 180 of this tournament.
Treble 19 would leave double 16. He's on the 149 checkout possibility. Double 16, just the wrong side of the wire.
180.
Sorry, Chris.
Has given him a massive chance. Only needs one treble in this combination, does Fordham. Oh, couldn't have put it anywhere worse.
And you saw exactly what he thought of it. Big moment, that's. Durrant double 16 for 2-0.
And a 13 dart leg. On the wrong side.
16.
Well, Fordham's got to take this, you sense.
Only thrown 12 darts in this leg, so almost deserves a shot at this to break back. Oh, double 16. If you're going to miss, that's not bad. See the nerves jangling.
See the old hands shaking a little, couldn't you? He
Knew
that was a big one. Double 8 Durrant.
Yes,
2-0. Fordham misses an opportunity.
Third leg, Andy to throw first. Game on.
A must-win leg now, this one. Goes 2 breaks a throw behind. You'd think. Oh, it doesn't look like a lie. He's coming down.
139.
That's a nice opening.
Second 140, and what do you get? 180 in the first 2 legs.
Everybody remembers that 2004 Lakeside triumph, don't they? That was
except him.
Yeah,
True story.
Absolutely, he did used to imbibe a little back in the day. A teetotaler now.
60.
His consumption used to be legendary.
Yep. Bill Rubinick-esque. When I actually played him and we were backstage warming up, I was there 4 hours before the match, and Andy
55.
got in there about 3 hours before and had a couple of pints. Got up about 10 minutes before we were due to go on stage and blitzed me 3-0, and I was fascinated. I kept looking, thinking, are you actually going to have a throw? The only thing he was throwing was beer down his neck.
Different man now.
100.
And still trying to search for that sort of form.
Well, another good leg from Fordham.
He fancied his chances a bit of winning this. He's not just here to make up the numbers.
100.
So, 202, looking to set it up.
I think once you've played the game at Fordham's level, you never lose that competitive edge or that need to go up and perform. But that's a disaster.
Tension again, Chris.
Half a crown.
26, 2 and 6 for younger viewers. It used to be currency before about, what is it, 1971 was it, when we all went decimal. Apologies if that's the wrong year. I was but a boy.
I wasn't born then.
$100.
Well, that leaves him a comfortable 2-dart finish.
Yep, good leave.
$100.
So 76.
Double 20, double 8, 2016 tops. Gonna have one dart to stop the rot. Superb.
Yes,
Well, that's more like it. Another settle Big Andy down a bit. You can see the crowd are happy that he's starting to just do himself a little bit of justice up there.
$96. $24.
Well, badly needed to try and build on that victory in the last leg.
$85.
Fordham on 477, Durrant on 320. Durrant with the darts.
100.
So Ton takes him down to 377, Durrant on 320. Good cover shot.
I have to say, been impressive,
96.
that area of the board.
Those of you who like to know these things, Durrant's averaging around about 90 at the moment, Fordham a little less than that. The one maximum so far of the match has been picked up by the Viking, Andy Fordham.
85.
224 Durrant, 292 with against the throat for Fordham. So Durrant in control of this one, needs a treble though. Oh dear.
That's not clever. Leaves himself on 179. No check out, of course. Fordham on 292. Apologies for the loss of graphics momentarily there.
95.
That's why we were babbling on about the score, trying to keep you right where it is. Durrant with the break.
Well, back up to leave tops if he hits a treble.
99.
Well, he's left himself on 80. Nice check-out possibility there. Needs a treble.
I'm amazed he didn't switch down there.
100.
Well, that's why.
Laying in the wire 80.
Should get at least one dart here, John.
Great darts. Double 10 for 3-1. Double 5. Oh,
Yes, that's game
nerves.
shot. And the fourth leg. Glenn Durrant.
Blows out his
Fifth leg,
cheeks.
Andy to throw first.
Glenn knew that was a big dart, Chris.
Yeah. Back on 97 for Fordham, he would have fancied a pop at that one.
82.
Mini break at the end of this leg. Now Durrant would like to get another break. First to 6, he's in a very, very strong position now, Durrant. Fordham, it really is a must take this leg, and that's a good visit.
Especially as he's got the throw.
Well, Fordham's got a chance here now. Again, a bit of tension, dragging that dart down.
41.
Shakes his head a little bit ruefully, knowing that it's just not quite there at the moment.
Oh, he's left the door ajar for Durrant to pile in with a ton plus. 60's no good.
60.
That's all he's got. So, still level pegging, still with the advantage to Fordham with the throw in this leg. Another nervy dart. More like it.
85.
Needs to put some pressure on that 156. What a time to get his first 180.
140.
Well, he certainly put some pressure on it. 101, very makeable. Fordham, tough ask this.
2 treble 20s, again, pulled into that 5.
$45.
101 for 4-1 for Glenn Durrant. Looking down at the bottom of the board. Great first dart.
12 double 16 maybe.
Can he take it out for 4-1?
85.
No. So Fordham 1-1-1.
Nelson.
What do you reckon?
Well, treble 20. Well, he's still got a chance. Treble 17 for tops.
He's got it.
Look at this.
91.
Oh, great effort, but not to be. So Durrant returns with a double 8 to tighten his grip on this match. Double 4 now. Just the wrong side of the wire. Fordham could not bear to look, but he's got another chance.
And the Uruguayan
See that
20.
one coming, that's for sure. Big chance this for 3-2. And back in the game.
And he's got it. He has got it. The crowd rejoice. Andy Fordham knows that that was a big moment. Durrant with the break. He leads at our first break, 3 legs to 2. BDO World Trophy, and what an important checkout that was for Andy Fordham before the break, because had he gone in 4-1 down rather than 3-2, you kind of get the feeling that it would have been good night Vienna.
Absolutely, John. He would have been just 2 from home. Full darts missed initially off that 101, and it looked home and hosed. But not been happy hunting ground this one for Durrant.
Well, Durrant's having double trouble, isn't he? Only 3 out of 13. 2 out of 6 for Fordham. 3 out of 13 is not the sort of checkout ratio that he would be hoping for, but this is a great return.
140.
Good visit.
Yeah, 2014 lost first round did Durrant to Dave Prinz. And then last year lost 8-4 to a gentleman we'll be seeing against Jeff Smith a little later, Mark McGeaney,
60.
who'll give him a tousling 8-4.
I tell you what, you talk about dangerous sort of unheralded players in the draw. Mark's certainly one of them, isn't he? When he's on his game. When Mark's on his game, he's as good as anybody.
Yeah, score and finish, as you
140.
said, as good as anyone else in this event. It's going to be quite a game, that one. Smith versus McGeaney.
Smith made a lot of friends, didn't he, when he came over and got to the final of the Lakeside Championships back in January.
100.
Pleasant, approachable sort of bloke. Time for all the fans, and it counts a lot, though.
Absolutely.
Well, this is
We both share a passion for American muscle
140.
cars. He's actually one of the best painters I've seen.
Yeah, he's a
car sprayer.
He's a proper pimp my ride, isn't he?
He does some fabulous work.
Unlucky.
Oh, good leg this one from Durrant. 81 left after just 9 darts thrown. A possible 11 dart leg. Treble 19 for double 12. Well, won't go 12 ball, but can go treble 10 because there's no pressure, no finish for Fordham. Just sets it up now. Perfect. Tops.
49.
So Fordham, well, you reckon that 140 is kind of a minimum ask here if he's going to have a chance, just to try and put a bit of pressure on Durrant.
It's awkward for Andy, that one. His darts go in. Yeah, just needs to go a little bit left.
60.
So double 16 for 4-2 for Durrant. First to 6 will take a place in the second round.
It's causing him a few problems, double 16.
Doubles altogether are causing him problems.
Yeah, just 3 from 15 for Durrant, just under 20%.
Fordham still not on a finish though, so Durrant will come back again. Winner of this one, incidentally, in the next round is going to be playing either Darius Labanauskas, the Lithuanian, or Barry Lynn, the lad who did so well in the UK Open on the PDC tournament down in Minehead a few months ago.
Or Marmite, as I call him.
Yes, that's a game shot. And the
Good
sixth
dart.
leg. Glenn Durrant. Seventh leg. Andy to throw first.
Yeah, didn't he have an incredible run at that UK Open?
Beat Gary Anderson.
Yeah, en route.
Great win for Gary Anderson over in Dubai, wasn't it? Beating Michael van Gerwen, having been behind, was it 6-2 and 8-4, and coming through and winning in the final. 11-9 in the end, and Anderson really hit top form and a popular figure back here at Frimley Green as well.
Yeah, former semi-finalist.
60.
Fordham with the throw. A must win this leg. Gets another break against him, and Durrant will be just requiring one more 85. On his own throw. Real darts aficionados in this audience here today. Not too many silly hats, not too many Father Christmases, but a lot of people who know their arrows.
Oh, it's still early.
140.
Indeed, and there are shops where you can buy these things, of course.
Yeah, we have a merchandising stand.
And liquid refreshment is freely available and doubtless will be consumed with gusto as the day
41.
unfolds.
There is still a few tickets available for today.
96.
And indeed for Sunday and Monday, yeah.
Not many, so be quick. Incredible value. Just £12 for the afternoon and evening session.
Can't be bad.
No. A day out at the darts on a bank holiday for 12 quid.
59.
Price of 2 pints in swanky bars you drinking in London, John?
$60.
Or about 10 miles in your Bentley.
That's pretty accurate actually. Good dart.
Needs to fill it really. Minimum 140 to pressure the Durrant 145. That's unlucky.
100.
Very unlucky. Terrible deflection.
145.
So Durrant 145. Treble 20 is looking for. Not now.
Well, it should go for a 25.
99.
Oh,
Andy
interesting.
156.
Puts himself on 46. Fordham, he came very close to doing this, but not this time. Durrant in a very powerful position now.
100.
Well, a break of throw, and if he converts this, we'll go within one and have the darts.
But only 4 doubles out of 17. Double 16. Another one goes begging. Double 8. Fordham breathes again.
Unbelievable finishing from Durrant, not in a good way.
56.
It's a must take for Fordham. Tops now. For 4-3. Small adjustment needed. Big dart.
Stepped across the oche.
36.
Could be it.
Why, oh why, he says to himself. He was looking good in the practice room, but now up on the stage, Durrant, small adjustment, double 8 needed. And there it is.
Game shot on the 7th leg. Glenn Durrant.
5-2, only one more needed, and he has the darts. Andy Fordham, one of the legends of the darting game, is staring into a possible first-round defeat.
Durrant, for sure, won't be pleased with his performance, but at this stage, it's all about just getting over the line
60.
And getting the win. And then whatever's gone wrong in preparation, is putting it right for tomorrow.
He's only averaged 84, Glenn Durrant. He's finishing 5 out of 21. Clearly he'll want to brush that one up a little bit better. That's a nice glimpse of what Fordham is capable of producing, and those statistics tell you that he's been a long way short of his best today.
57.
Fordham's got to just take everything from here on in.
Just looks edgy, doesn't he, Durrant?
140.
That's better.
I think he, by his own admission, he'd say that he sometimes struggles with the nerves. I guess every professional sportsman has to confront that, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's fully aware of playing Fordham. A legend on that stage.
Sporting the colours of, as ever, Glenn Durrant, big Middlesbrough supporter. Middlesbrough up into the Premier League next year.
Yes.
That little match taking place later on with, what do they reckon, 163 million that it's going to be worth to the winner of that one if they get promotion. Goodness me, money's unbelievable.
125.
150 grand of prize money up for grabs here this weekend.
Yeah, that 50 grand bonus for a 9. Oh, this would be a way to finish it off. But he hasn't been able to finish his dinner so far.
138.
So Fordham 96.
Stay in it.
This to remain in the match. Treble 20.
Still a chance.
Staying where he is. And he's missed it.
Wasn't a bad marker for him, the way he sort of almost stacks the dart, Taylor-esque.
Double 4 for the match. 5 out of 21 he's had on doubles. Is the nerve going to hold this time? And it does. Glenn Durrant, the BDO #1, has come through against the man who he refers to as Sir. Andy Fordham, former Lakeside champion, couldn't quite get what he wanted here today, but Glenn Durrant, without hitting top form, has moved through into the second round, beating Andy Fordham by 6 legs to 2.